Well, it's going to be a busy week for the Transport Minister as government vows to jumpstart our crippled rail network. Today, Fikile Mbalula is in Cape Town to conduct an oversight visit on Metrorail lines, and later in the week he's expected in the capital where new trains are ready to hit the tracks. Well, Pule Letshwiti-Jones is standing by in Mabopane, where it looks like those brand new blue carriages are already moving. Pule, you're standing watching these trains. How is security there? Because one of the main issues with the new trains has been vandalism.
Well, definitely, eNCA, and those have been one of the concerns around the security measures where some of these train stations will be moving, transporting commuters. But I'm just going to ask my colleague Linge just to move forward with me so I can just show you what's happening currently. The traffic of some of the customers who are going in is quite slow at the moment, as one train has already left for the main station, which is in Pretoria. But while that's the case, we also do understand that for some of the vendors who are trying to make a living from some of the commuters who buy from them, when they arrive here in the morning, such as selling things as cake and fat cake as well, they are quite, I'm happy that the train can now be travelling, as at some point it was halted due to safety reasons. I just want to speak to some of them so we can get a gist of how they feel. Also, thank you for joining us. Train ya tsamaya, so obvious but what reka dinama mo li kutlo jang.
Sithabile kakhulu, sithabile ukuthi sayenza imali, ayihamba mnandi train, siyayithanda mayikhona.
The time a train inga operate beyinjani business?
Hayi business ibislow kakhulu, bekungelabali, ibislow.
There we go, and Alexis just said there, while the train, at some point when the train wasn't operating, the business was quite slow. But as it is right now, commuters are actually going in, taking the train. It was a bit delayed, there was a bit of frustrations, but I mean, they were quite happy that now that they can get back to work using a mode of public transportation, which is quite affordable.
Pule, we've got the new blue trains, what we call them here in Cape Town, and they seem to be working quite well, apart from some issues of vandalism, as I mentioned earlier. What are these trains like? Have you managed to get onto them, and are commuters happy that they have a decent place in which to travel?
Well, yes, so as it is right now, commuters are quite happy that not only is it safe to travel in the blue train, but also it's quite reliable in terms of how it looks like inside. And of course, the health issues have been addressed in terms of having to sanitize when you go inside the train. And we do understand that these are some of the issues that were being raised before, such as the safety of being inside a train. But now that that's been addressed, they're quite happy. The only concern that they feel as though should be, handled and properly managed is the issue of around time. And as it is right now, we do understand that here in Pretoria, only about 5 stations are operating, which is Mabopane, Hercules, Mountain View, Pretoria North, and of course the last station here, which is Mabopane. And while that's the case, they believe that as time goes on, these issues will be addressed. So these are some of the commuters as well who are making their way just to buy a few things and then go back to the station where they can catch the train as they go to work.
Pule, before you go, are there going to be tranches in terms of a rollout system, or are we looking just at a few trains scattered here and there in the different provinces?
Well, for now, we're looking as though there's quite only a few trains that are being scattered about in different provinces, such as here as well. There's about 2 trains operating at this point in time that are going in and out within Pretoria. But as it is right now, we do understand that the minister also is expected to address some of these issues when he arrives at the station here on Wednesday as to how operations will be progressing forward. And like it is, commuters have called for a 1-hour interval of trains having to travel. And I'm just going to excuse some of the commuters who are going in can pass here. But these are some of the questions that the minister will have to address when he arrives here on Wednesday. Of course, commuters will be expecting to hear what is the way forward in terms of travelling. Perhaps we just speak to some of the guys who've just gotten off one of the trains here, who took a train. Sure. Namete train ver.
Train.
Well, for namete.
Afternoon.
Ha e tsamaile di train teng.
Aye, it's a mashup.
It's a mashup.
It's a mashup, yeah. It's a
What are some of the problems le batlang gore ba di address ka taba train?
up to so far. Yeah. And it's a show those Makanako no, it's a salary company before, but yeah, it's a Makanako. Schedule was supposed to be Manakomang. Yeah. Let's hope this time this will Samakam co by building schedule getting. Yeah. Rupa or Kababia.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Pram.
There we go. Anika, they're hoping this time around the schedule will be respected and then these trains will be reliable. Different views we're getting from commuters, but hopefully these are some of the things the Minister can address come Wednesday.
All right, Pule there in Mabopane looking at those new blue trains, which really is not just taps about commuter safety, but also about restoring the economy because people have to get to work in safety and we need a proper rail network.